Hi guys, I'd just like to do a different type of video review today. I don't know if, well, not everyone's going to know this, but I'm a huge Gears of War fan. It's sort of crazy how I got into it, you know, because like I remember everyone was really excited about Gears of War. And I thought it was just because I'd seen what it looked like, and I thought it was people, you know, with games today, a lot of people are attracted to just the look and not the gameplay. Like, because I've gone through the ages, I've gone from Commodore 64 all the way through all these game systems up to now. I know what a good game is because I played a game that would look horrendous on Commodore 64, you know, but I know the gameplay is good. Like, if I showed some of you guys games from the Commodore 64, you'd probably go, oh, I'm not touching that, you know, you younger guys. But yeah, at first I thought Gears of War was just, people were just attracted by the Unreal 3 engine and graphics and that. I was even at E3 in 06, and I'm absolutely kicking myself that I didn't even play the game there. I saw that really cool mural they had as you came into the convention centre, which sort of had the locust coming up through the convention centre floor, and this guy had drawn this, and you guys have probably seen it actually, it's on the bonus disc, and yeah, it's just cool, you know, and then, you know, the game came out, and I thought, I'm gonna get it, and I actually bought the collector's edition of Gears of War before I even had a 360. Everyone had been telling me about it, and I thought, I'll just buy it, and rather than miss out on the collector's edition later, like if I like the game later, then I'll miss out on it, you know. So I got that before I even had a 360. Then I saved up the money, and a few months later I got the 360. And when I played it, I loved it. Oh, man. Damn. I mean, this game was just so good. It didn't just look good. It sounded good. It had one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard in a game. The sound effects were really cool. It was really full on with the depth of some of the sound effects. Like when you sniper a guy and blow their head off, you actually can, if you listen carefully, you can sort of hear the skull like crumble, sort of like break. You sort of hear the like, you know, like you know, it's like you can hear the bullet going through the skull, you know, and it just collapsing. And the story was really cool. I mean, it's man versus aliens. It's something that's been done a million times, but they put their own spin on it and made it unique by having a really good backstory. And I've always said that games that have a good story are usually pretty good. Like Mortal Kombat has a good story and everything. And in the collector's edition, you get a little, you get a book. Destroyed Beauty, that's it. Yeah, you get the Destroyed Beauty book, which tells you about what happened and how men started living on this planet away from Earth, and then they found a resource there called emulsion, and then the men that were on the planet started having wars with each other, and then the society on there was divided, and then the aliens just came up one day, and then, you know, the COG guys, who were like the army, sort of had to battle them, and there was still a lot of civilians who hated the COG guys because of the wars that had been going on, the Pendulum Wars it was called. And it's just such an awesome game. That's why I'm doing this review. Like, you know, there's a lot of games I could put up here, not just Mortal Kombat, but Gears of War is a very special game. Yeah, I'm lucky I got this T-shirt from a contact at Microsoft who hooked me up in Australia, and I won a competition. I won a Gears of War faceplate, and they go for like $200 on eBay, but I just wanted it for my 360. Got the soundtrack here, the Gears of War soundtrack. I got this from my old work the other day, sort of like a Gears of War sort of funny cutout poster sort of thing. So yeah, you know, I've been a fan for a long time now, and I'm hanging for the second one. I'm definitely going to be playing that at E3, that's for sure. I'm not going to make that mistake again. But yeah, like I said, just you know, the characters the characters have their own stories. Like Marcus Phoenix, you know, he's sort of locked up for cowardice against the army or something. You know, they call him a traitor throughout the whole game, and you know, but he's got a friend in the squad, Dominic Santiago, who knows he's not a traitor. He knows the full story, and you know, when he gets the chance, he gets Marcus out of jail, and then you battle the aliens, the Locust Horde, and then yeah, you meet the rest of your squad. You meet the Coal Train, who's like a really big guy, you know, sort of cocky, and then you meet Baird, who's like sort of like an asshole, sort of gets on your nerves, sort of annoying. You also have a guy called Carmine in your squad. You don't really learn much about Carmine. He's sort of mysterious. He's sort of like the guy that was underdeveloped, which is good, because it's good to have something like that in the story. You don't want to have everyone, you know, everything about everyone. It's good to have a guy that you don't know much about, because then people like wonder about him. I wonder what's the deal with that guy, you know. And then you had the guy in charge of like the whole army, called Colonel Hoffman, who's like my favourite character. He's really cool. And yeah, and then basically the game is just, it's a masterpiece. It's like a work of art. You know, the graphics are good, sounds good, music's good, gameplay is awesome. You know, normally I hate these sort of games on 360, because I used to play all these on PC, you know, but I sort of stopped playing these on PC because I need to get a new computer. But this played so easily on PC. It was really good, you know, and I had so much fun playing this online. I played with a lot of the Mortal Kombat guys from the Mortal Kombat community. We all sort of played Gears of War, and you know, I wasn't the best at it, I admit it, you know. I just played for fun, and I had a little bit of a disadvantage too, being in Australia, a bit of a ping delay, but you know, I still got a few kills, you know. It was still fun, you know, and yeah, you know, and it was the levels were really good, and it's just, I love this game, you know. The first time I clocked it on casual, and I just went, wow, that was so cool, you know. And then I just played right through it again on hardcore, which was sort of tricky. And then I went through on insane, and that took me a long time. You know, you have to sort of learn each scenario, where each guy was going to come from, because if you're exposed for like, you know, a few seconds, you were gone. Yeah, I remember playing on insane mode really was sort of insane. I eventually got through the whole game and got to the last guy, and you know, I'd beaten him before. He's tricky, but it was never really that hard. But on insane, he was really like full on, and I couldn't beat him, and I was like, oh, it's impossible! How do people fucking do it? I can't believe it! It's impossible! I really thought I'd never do it, you know? And you'd stand up for like a second and you'd just be gunned down and you'd be dead, you know? And there's all these things going on when you fight the last guy, you know? You have to wait for your chance before you can shoot him and all this stuff. Anyway, I caught a break. He got stuck on something once, and he couldn't come up close to me and get me, which was sort of like what made it hard. He sort of comes right up to you, and yeah, he was sort of stuck back, and I sort of just gunned him down, and yeah, caught a break there and beat it on insane mode. So yeah, I'll show you guys. I'll play the game a bit, show you how I play it. I mean, you've probably all played it, but you know, I'm going to show you my favourite part of the game, which is just after you clear the train station and you start on the train.
It's okay, Anya, what are we looking at?
Okay, Mom is at the
stuff like this, like, look at the sky, you know?
Get going now.
That's actually one of the enemies you fight. They're called Nemesis, and they ink the sky, and it just looks so cool. It's like a sunset, but the sky is like full of ink, and it just looks so cool.